Al Pacino is back.
You ready? Here comes the pain!
Starring in his first film since winning the Academy Award for Best Actor in Scent of a Woman.
Do what you gotta do to survive.
With Sean Penn.
You are the only person that I can trust.
In his critically acclaimed role. And Penelope Ann Miller.
You said you would break my heart, Charlie.
In a sizzling performance.
Whatever he wants you to do, don't do it.
From director Brian de Palma comes the riveting action thriller, Carlito's Way, on video cassette this April.
You get old enough, you remember a reason why everybody wants to whack you. Critics
call Carlito's Way breathless bravura movie-making. A great film. Rivals the best gangland shoot-'em-ups in cinema history. Big-time entertainment. Al Pacino is electrifying.
We're even.
Sean Penn gives a knockout performance.
Are you in?
And Penelope Ann Miller is stunning.
I know how this dream ends, Charlie.
Pacino and De Palma team up once again following the smash hit Scarface to bring you the kind of explosive action you've come to expect from them.
Never give up your friends, Dave.
Based on the novels of New York State Supreme Court Justice Edwin Torres, Carlito's Way was written by Jurassic Park's David Cope.
I changed, and it didn't take no 30 years like your honor thought, but only 5.
Earning over $34 million at the box office, Carlito's Way comes to home video supported by a major advertising campaign and features attention-grabbing POP, including a 3-sided standee and one-sheet posters. Plus, a trailer for Carlito's Way appears on every rental cassette of Judgment Night and the 1994 second quarter in-store preview reel. Contact your sales representative for more exciting marketing details on this hotly anticipated title. Al Pacino, Sean Penn, Penelope Ann Miller, in Brian De Palma's action thriller, Carlito's Way.
Got a dream, baby.
Coming this April on video cassette and Laserdisc.
Go on back there, man! He wants to kill me so bad he can taste it! Attica! Attica! Attica!
Captain, I think it's only fair to tell you, I've been to outside agents.
You are in trouble! I don't care if I'm in trouble. I don't care who gets it anymore, including myself.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. If history's taught us anything, it says you can kill anyone.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. We take them out, get their prints on a wine glass. Bingo, she's dropped. If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place.
You think you big time? You're gonna die big time! You ready? Here comes the pain!
Yes, we are watching Carlito's Way tonight. Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Mike. Thank you for joining me on quite short notice. I messaged you yesterday, but
no
yeah,
problem.
thanks for being here. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
So I did see we already have Mr. Dan Hoare in the house. Hey, Mr. Dan, what's going on? And yes, there might be people coming in here who might not be familiar with you, Mike. Before we start the film, why don't you give us a rundown on your channel and some of the stuff that we see on there, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, my channel is, of course, Mike's DVD and Blu-ray collection. Basically, a lot of different genres, I guess you could say. I focus a lot on westerns, film noir, action, movies from the 70s, 80s, spotlighting actors like Charles Bronson, of course, Clint Eastwood, people like that. Some of my favorite all time. stars overall. And I try to focus that. I kind of do maybe a director spotlight sometime and throw out some really obscure movies and just to kind of turn people on to some stuff they may have not have seen before or something like that. And I do that. And every once in a while I'll do a live stream. And matter of fact, if you want to, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time, me and Mr. Dan are doing it's Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday at 8:30. 8. Sorry. Tuesday at 8. Me and Dan are doing a live stream together. So check it out if you can. That's about it.
Yeah, we'll definitely check that out. So yeah, anybody, I do want to stress, if you haven't subbed to Mike's channel, please do so, because Mike's a great guy within the movie collecting and movie fan community here on YouTube, and he has a fantastic collection and some incredible taste in all kinds of different genres. So you see a real mixture of a lot of different genres on his channel. So highly recommended for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we have also Jim here. Hey, Jim. Jim's Movie Channel, another great channel, I should add.
There, Jim.
Good evening, or good afternoon to you guys, I should say.
Yeah, it's 2:30 here.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. Yeah, I'll definitely be tuning in. So that's going to be 8 p.m. for you guys. That should be midnight for me. I do work until midnight, so I should be able to catch it after work. So
yeah, catch it after.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we got some people slowly trickling in. Yeah, we're watching 1993's crime drama. The trailer voiceover guy there said action thriller a few times. I would not call this an action thriller. This is definitely more of a crime drama, but it is a great one. Team of Brian De Palma and Al Pacino, and also producer Marty Brackman, who also produced Scarface. So you got that team back here working on all cylinders for Carlito's Way. And yeah, let's just say we'll do a quick countdown and start this film, because it's not as long as Scarface, but it is 2.5 hours ish, 2 hours 20 minutes, I guess. So we're both watching this on the 4K. My little screen is down there, so for you guys watching, you can kind of see there for reference the film where we're at. And yeah, we're going to start at 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Play film. So the Arrow Video disc is booting up, because yeah, I'm watching this on the Arrow Video 4K myself. Okay, there we go. My screen start. The Universal logo is coming up. So yeah, right off the bat, as we have mentioned Scarface, a lot of people do compare this one to Scarface because there's the same kind of creative team and obviously the same main actor. But yeah, this couldn't really be further away from Scarface thematically, because Scarface is really a flashy and very stylized, rise and fall gangster story, and this is more of a more somber, moodier piece, I guess, more of a reflective piece about a gangster kind of seeking redemption. And this is a very short film, because right away here Pacino gets shot, so movie's over, goodbye. No, I'm kidding, of course.
Yeah, I really like this this voiceover right here on this part where he's talking.
Yeah, it's a really good opening. I also like that it stars in black and white, so when you get back here, in the end of the film, spoilers, you don't recognize it immediately. You're like, oh shit, it's this moment, yeah, from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Jem is saying Sean Penn's afro always freaks me out in this movie. Yes, it's a weird hairstyle, isn't it, Sean Penn's?
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of a cocaine maniac in this, which has kind of a little bit of from Scarface, but not really.
Yeah, it's Scarface as a lawyer.
It's like
kind of.
Yeah, like Scarface is getting into the business, and Carlitos is trying to escape the business alive.
Yeah, exactly.
A little tough one. Yeah, kind of bookends but they're not related. But sometimes I bookcase them, like beginning.
Yeah.
And also I think I like this one a lot. I was going to say, I think I like this one a lot more because I believe I've seen this first. I know I saw bits and pieces of Scarface, early 90s for the first time. And then I saw this, and then I saw this more before I got to see Scarface more, and I finally picked up a copy of it because they didn't really show it on TV when I was, watching TV a lot and catching movies and stuff. I never did see it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, this, obviously my timeline with Pacino and with pretty much these kind of films in general, it all started with Scarface for me at 11 years old. And I made my way into the other films like The Godfathers and, Donnie Brasco and all that stuff. And then obviously Carlito's Way, was pretty soon after as well. But there's always been one I always heard about the Scarface comparisons, but, every time I watch them, like, yes, I can see it. But obviously, as we discussed, they're kind of more bookends rather than sort of copy and paste of each other. It's definitely not an identical film to Scarface, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But in case you did forget that this is a Brian de Palma film, look at this beautiful shot that just goes 360. It turns around, and then this is de Palma's classic camera movements going on here.
Yeah, some great cinematography. He's got a lot of little set pieces. Not as flashy as Scarface. I don't know why I keep comparing it to Scarface, but it's not as flashy as Scarface. This one's a little more somber and stuff, but it has its moments of flash, but not.
Yeah, there's definitely a few good set pieces. Like I would even dare to say like this might equal the train set piece from or train station set piece from the Untouchables, because he does another similar sequence in this one than he does in Untouchables. I'm saying it rivals it. It might even top it, but I do really love that train sequence in Untouchables as well. So it's kind of hard to say which one I prefer, but it does feel like De Palma wants to outdo himself in that regard.
This is that voiceover that I really like. Kind of starts it off.
Sons of bitches always pop you at midnight when all they got is a Chinese intern with a doll spoon.
Yeah. Because right now you're thinking, is he going to make it or not,
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much the whole film is a flashback from this point on, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's very clever how they did that. Yeah.
Yeah. And how they use that poster there on the wall is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Later on with his girlfriend.
Yeah. Let's see. Jim is saying, I think the reason this film didn't do very well originally was because people were expecting another Scarface, and this movie's definitely not that. I love both for different reasons. Yeah, this wasn't a huge success. I mean, it had a budget of about $30 million. It made about $63 million worldwide, so it did make money. I guess critics were kind of mixed on it, especially after Pacino just, came off his Oscar win for Scent of a Woman. People were just like, oh, he's going on autopilot now, just doing the characters that he's known for. But this is a very different character to Tony Montana or Michael Corleone, or even characters he would play like Lefty and Donnie Brasco, or his character in The Irishman. They're all different characters.
That's pretty cool. That's cool how Pacino can do that. A similar character, but just make it different. So many different times where it's different ethnicities and whatever. He's a legend, man. I mean, he is just amazing. And he was on a hot streak right now when this movie came out. Yeah.
As I'm going through his career and reviewing all of his films, this really stood out to me. His 90s is almost as good as his 70s, because he was on a streak in the 70s, with his first few films, Godfather, Serpico, Godfather 2, Dog Day Afternoon. His 70s were amazing, but then the 90s, if you look, Dick Tracy, Godfather 3, Frankie and Johnny, Scent of a Woman, Glengarry Glen Ross, this one, and Heat a few years after. The 90s are just as good as his 70s, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he kind of started back on a good streak with Sea of Love in '89, wasn't he? And I think from there on, he just kind of was, good projects were coming along, and he was just doing good work. And then he finally got the Oscar again for Scent of a Woman.
Yeah, he sure did. Which was the film he did before this. And as a Pacino trivia, the actor playing the district attorney here, James Rebhorn, I never quite know how to pronounce his name, the actor. But he was, of course, also in Scent of a Woman as well, the year before. So that's another Pacino connection right there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, even Sean Penn at this time was kind of getting more popular, and he had started directing movies. Actually directed Charles Bronson's. I consider that his last movie.
Indian Runner,
Yeah. And So he was doing interesting stuff, and then he did that one movie, Dead Man Walking.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't that 92, I believe, or something like that? So
I think so. Yeah.
I think he won an Oscar, or he's nominated, or something like that.
Yeah, I think Sean Penn is definitely an Oscar winner. Then he went for I think in the 2000s he definitely won for Mystic River, didn't he? From what I remember.
I think so. And then Harvey Milk.
Yeah, that's the one.
Milk.
Yeah. And of course, speaking of De Palma, he worked with De Palma, of course, in Casualties of War, which is a very underrated film as well.
Oh yeah, it is.
Mr. Dan Horror says James Rebhorn, or again Rebhorn, whatever we pronounce it, was a great character. Yes, he's popped up in quite a few films that I've seen. He's also actually in, I think, the first of the Meet the Fockers films with De Niro as well. I do remember from that one as well.
Yeah.
And he does get, or camera doesn't pick it up, but you do have his close up there, but doesn't quite come up on the screen. And this is also a period piece because this takes place in the 70s. So you got the 70s fashion going on, the 70s music and stuff. A lot of Latin music as well, because obviously he's a Puerto Rican character, Carlito Brigante. Mm-hmm. But there's a great soundtrack in it, so some great disco songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Here we have a nightclub scene, some Latin song playing. They really captured the 70s well, in my opinion. Obviously, I wasn't there, but obviously from a lot of films and stuff I've seen, they really captured the 70s very well in this film.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, I was born in 76, so I don't remember the 70s very well.
There you go. Yeah.
But I think it has a look to it, the whole film overall, and it just kind of sticks in my mind better, or just sticks out because, like Dan was, or Jim was saying, it wasn't a big box office hit, but it's still very memorable to me for some reason. So
yeah,
I don't know. I really liked it when it came out.
Yeah, it's. I think a lot of the public liked it, but it's just critically and stuff. But it definitely has gathered more of a following. Obviously over time, people have really grown to like it. It's really become kind of a cult classic, I guess. You can.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, I was going to say, would you consider it a cult classic at this point? Because it got more popular once it came on video.
Yeah.
In the good rental days.
Yeah, I think by this point, definitely, it's. I think everybody just regards it as a classic gangster film. Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, definitely one of the films that got popular over time. That's for sure. Let's see. Ian is here. Sorry for being late. I actually ended up watching this movie on TV last night for the first time. Oh, you watched it for the first time? Awesome. So I'm prepped for this one. Thanks for joining us, Ian. The master of all movies press for DVD collectors there. Hey, good evening or good afternoon, depending on where you are. We are doing good.
Hey there, sir. Jim, I think Jim's leaving. I'll see you Tuesday, Jim.
Have a good one, Mr. Dan.
Or not Jim, Mr. Dan. What am I talking about? I was reading the subtitles on the movie, and then I looked over.
Let's see. When this came out, all the focus was on Sean Penn's look and acting performance, and I just thought it was kind of a courtroom drama. But then when I watched it last night, I discovered it is very cool. Yeah, it's definitely not a courtroom drama. You only see the court for 2 minutes in the beginning, like we just saw, or 3 minutes, whatever it is. So the rest is a gangster crime drama. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does have some really good, memorable set pieces, like the scene in that little, I guess it would be a bar or a bodega or something where he goes into the bathroom.
Oh yeah, yeah, the little pool hall.
His nephew or something. The pool hall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a set piece for sure. Yeah.
A little bit like Godfather 2, I think, or is it Godfather 1? Godfather 1, I believe. the assassination scene.
Yeah. And of course, another Pacino callback, the look with the beard and stuff. That definitely, you know, if you're a Pacino fan, that calls back to Serpico, where he had the beard as well, and the kind of the longer hair.
Yeah, he's got a pretty cool look. He's just got that, you know, leather jacket, you know. And,
yeah.
He's got this whole dark look going on and mysterious. He's back on the streets and he's trying to disappear. You know, he wants to disappear.
Yeah, but just like in The Godfather Part 3, just when he thinks he's out, they pull him back in.
Yeah. Cannot escape.
Sarah says I got my first time I got Amazon free for 33 4K sale promotion. Okay. I'll score some 4Ks.
I'll catch those every so often.
This Scarface and Donnie Brasco would make a cool period gangster triple feature. Yeah, you can pretty much do a triple feature of those three, yeah. And have different, three very different characters of Pacino, as we just discussed, yeah. And three very different gangsters, yeah, because obviously Tony Montana is a Cuban immigrant working his way up, kind of becoming like the Pablo Escobar of Miami. Carlito is a rotten, you know, a seasoned criminal, you know, trying to go straight. And then Lefty Ruggiero and Donnie Brasco, he's a low-level mobster soldier. He's been in the trenches for years. And yeah, very different characters, very different performances, yeah.
Yeah, like this scene is really good with the costumes and stuff. Everybody's great piece, you know, dressed. And
Oh, wait, there we go. Now I have my audio back.
I was wondering last night. It's like, do you think that's his real hair? Or do you think he had like a hair?
Oh.
With his hair right there.
I think we're losing you, Mike.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I think there's a delay and the connection is going down a bit.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let me try to drop out and come back on. Let's see.
Okay, no worries. Yeah.
That helps. Real quick. Where do you want? Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just gonna get back to. Oh, I'm gonna actually. Shit. Let's put the TV there, a little smaller. Oh, there we go. So you got Mike back. Switch that around. The TV small. How's that better?
I don't know. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, definitely you're coming through better, but I think the audio is a little glitchy now at this point. At least from what it sounds like to me on my end.
Okay.
Guys in the comments, let us know how the audio is.
Yeah. Is it better? Better?
Sounds a bit robotic.
Okay.
I'm just gonna answer this question. Yeah, I don't really think he aged that much between this and Heat, to be fair. But oh, Ian said it sounds fine now. Okay, testing.
Testing. Testes. 1, 2, 3. Testes.
Yeah, guess we'll make do. Ian said it sounds fine. Yeah, no, between this and he had 2 years between this one, because Heat was 95. I don't know, I think he still looks quite youngish, to be fair, in Heat. Loud and clear for Ian. Good, yeah. But no, you were saying something about Pacino's hair. I believe
that one scene, it's kind of big. I was wondering, it looks like it's his real hair, but I wonder if they maybe patched in some hair, to make it thicker and fuller, Because I know he's not bald, but it just looks thick,
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I guess a lot of it, of course, it is his real hair, but it could maybe they added a few bits here and there, but
yeah, I guess I was thinking out loud with that, but yeah, it looks normal here.
I think by now, definitely, I think he had some work done on his hair, because there was a few years in the late 2000s, I guess, where it did look like he had a bit of a receding hairline, and now he has a full head of hair again. So I think he definitely might have had something done to it now. But at this point, I think it's still pretty much all natural. But again, I can't say that for certain, of course. But
yeah, it looks good though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we did just miss 2 Scarface characters, and another Scarface connection. We had the actor that played Hector in Scarface, the guy with the chainsaw. He was just there in that scene.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We also had the little guy, the actor Angel Salazar, who played Chi-Chi in Scarface. We just had him there as a cameo as well.
Oh yeah. I've never caught that until you said that. I knew he looked familiar from somewhere. I couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah. So it's a barber shop. Yeah. And the back room, I guess, is a pool hall. Yeah, he's definitely got a cool look with the leather jacket, the shades, the beard, the hair, everything. It's a very cool look.
Yeah, I wonder if they've made a figure of him, like a.
Yeah, I know that there was a 1/6 scale, I think Blitzway figure, but that goes for crazy money now. They did capture him very well with the leather jacket and stuff, but yeah, it's not available anymore. You have to pay some good prices for it, so more than I'm willing to pay.
Yeah.
So hopefully one day they will do another figure, because I would love to have a Carlito. I'd love to have him represented on my shelf next to my Tony Montana figure. That would be cool.
So he's already catching or something up.
Yeah, he definitely might dye his hair. Because he still has a lot of color in his hair, even these days. So, but then again, at the Oscars last year, he did have a very obvious gray head of hair. So, but I do think he dyes it occasionally. Yeah, which nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, I mean this was 30 years ago too. So
yeah. There's the pool hall scene.
Yeah, the guy there with the hat, can't think of his name, but he's been in a lot of movies throughout the 90s.
Yeah, he's got one of them faces that you recognize. Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I definitely seen him around.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of those good character actors.
Let's see, I actually got access to my phone now, so I can look up stuff. Let's see, this actor. Where is he? The actor's name is Rick Aviles. He did pass away in 1995, so he didn't do a whole lot, but.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I did not know.
Yeah, I know him from something. He would.
He's on Waterworld with Kevin Costner.
Oh wow.
Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, I think he's one of the people that shoot him. I think. Was he with the guy that shot him or something like that?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, he was one of the masked assailants in Godfather Part 3, so there's another Pacino connection. I think he's in a scene where Andy Garcia and oh, what's her name? From Jackie Brown as well, the blonde chick. Can't think of her name.
Bridget Fonda.
Bridget Fonda, that's her. Yeah, I think it's a scene where Andy Garcia and Bridget Fonda they get attacked by the guys with the ski mask. Yeah, I think he's one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is cool.
He's probably also in the Cannonball Run, 1981.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was with. Yeah, that's where. Yeah, it's all coming together now.
There you go. He's gonna shut up his trick shot. Where that famous still comes from here. Ian has more information about that actor. Rick Aviles died of heart failure, possibly connected to him suffering with AIDS. Ah, there you go. And Sarah says, yes, I'm new. I'm branching out for this community. I'm trying new live streams. Awesome. Yeah, definitely go for it. Live streams are awesome.
Yeah.
There we go.
I did one of my own a few months ago.
Love that shot with the guy reflected in the sunglasses.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Now we got a great, violent bit, some action.
Plus that red background just really pops on this 4K. It really just sticks out.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, I gotta pee. The guy was like, it's out of order. It's like, I'll shoot my way to get in there. I gotta pee.
You're out of order.
Your toilet's out of order.
Yeah.
This whole place is out of order.
This is another classic scene here. I'm reloaded.
Yeah. And this is like the cover of the movie cover, isn't it? Roughly.
Yeah. This is pretty much what they use for the poster and for the artwork.
Yeah, they kind of put buildings or something behind them in the cover. But
Carlito's big bluff because he's out of bullets at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, this definitely has the De Palma style to it,
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking die big time.
I kind of wish De Palma made more movies, but the ones he did are such classics,
Yeah, it's a shame after the 90s it's sort of, he did a few small films, but nothing that really stands out, sadly. But
I guess he's retired, I would say.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything in years at this point. Yeah.
There's a good documentary about him out there if you've maybe seen it.
I think I have that on DVD, the De Palma documentary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have that. Yeah, he's one of my favorite directors. I mean, obviously with Scarface, The Untouchables, and this one. And then you got his thrillers, Blowout, Dress to Kill, Body Double, Sisters. Carrie, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Great director. Take the money.
Yeah, it's such a great scene.
Yeah.
He's out. Copper's tongue.
Ditch the gun.
He's a smooth criminal. The dog is barking.
I don't invite this shit. It just comes to me.
Now he's wearing a different jacket, more reddish.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's very bright on the camera, I see, but trust me, guys, it's there.
Yeah, Sean Penn is such a slime ball in this movie, man. He's just
Yeah, he absolutely is. It's a very, very good performance.
mm-hmm. You almost don't recognize him at times. The costume, the hair and stuff, I guess. Or the hair.
Yeah, it's one of his most unique looks, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And apparently he came up with that look himself. Like nobody told him to, put on that kind of hair or dress the way he dresses or put on that, pair of spectacles. But he just went home one night. He came to the set. It's like, this is the character. I found the look for him, and they were like, yeah, that would work. Yeah, it works perfectly.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of method acting, I guess. Come the character.
Yeah. You're gonna sell Ford Pintos to tours in paradise.
That's right, with a big smile on my face, too.
There's the nightclub, El Paradiso.
Go visit Sasso or
Sasso,
Ron.
Man, that's Sasso.
I'm Ron.
Again, great soundtrack, man, in this film.
Yeah. Yeah, really, really fits the scenery and stuff.
Yeah. We've had a great nightclub in Scarface with the Babylon Club, but this nightclub I wouldn't mind, going here for some good partying as well.
Mm-hmm.
This looks pretty dope.
Yeah, it's kind of got like a cruise ship or something look to it, like
yeah,
with the life raft, and then the way the doorways are shaped and stuff, it looks like a ship.
Yeah, it's kind of I think that was intentional too. Yeah. No more Sasso. Now everybody calls me Ron.
Ron from Leonardo.
I have noticed here in this bit because I'm sure you're aware of the trivia that the actor that played Ron or Sasso, he actually, I think he was Argentinian actor or Brazilian or I don't know, something like that. But he didn't actually speak English, and you can actually see over the shoulder, you can see Pacino mouthing the dialogue to him because he was learning his lines for
Oh, really?
I actually noticed that last night as I was watching. You can actually see Pacino mouthing the words for him in the mirror behind him.
Oh, wow.
I didn't notice that until yesterday. I was like, wow, Pacino's actually feeding him his lines, by mouthing the words.
Yeah. Yeah, I had never caught that.
Yeah, I didn't hear until last night.
Ooh, what's that smell? Sasso, man. That's Sasso. Used to be Ron.
Ron, he's inside the trunk for a week. See, like the way they cut the windows and the railing, it kind of has a look of it like a ship or something like that, like a cruise ship maybe. Or
Yeah, definitely. And our good actor Luis Guzman or Guzman in this one as well. It's Pachanga.
Okay. He's been in so many good movies.
Yeah, he's been in so much. Yeah. I guess we're about to get the introduction to Benny Blanco from the Bronx as well soon.
Oh yeah, another great performance.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember if that was like the first time I caught John Lego. I can't even pronounce his last name, but I think that might be the first time I saw him in a movie.
Yeah, it's the first time I saw him. Yeah, John Leguizamo. There he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who hates Steven Seagal, so he's okay in my book. Benny Blanco from the Bronx.
Yeah, kind of like with the pink light, the lighting, and like the ship itself. It kind of reminds you of like Miami again, but it's not. It's New York's. It's New York City this time, but it's kind of got that feel like when you're inside the club there. That is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely another, I guess, comparison with Scarface, the kind of neon lighting within the nightclubs and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This man here is the fucking J.P. Morgan of the smack business. First time I heard that. I don't think I've ever not enjoyed John Leguizamo in anything. Even as Luigi, he was okay. That's what Ian says. He was in the Mario Bros. Film. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he does also have another collaboration with Pacino in 2008, or is it 2009, in Righteous Kill with him and Rob De Niro. He's in that film as well.
Oh, okay.
Which will be coming up soon on my review series. Yeah.
That's a movie I don't have, and I think I've only seen it once. Can't really remember it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, people make out it's like this atrocity, but it's watchable. It's just kind of a waste of Pacino and De Niro because it's more like a straight to video like action, or it's not really like a vehicle you would give to two legends like Pacino and De Niro, but it's an okay film.
They can usually make a good script, or I mean a bad script, a little better with how they're acting in it,
Yeah.
So it's still watchable for the most part,
Oh yeah. There's definitely some good moments and stuff, because of them in it, but yeah. It's just coming up a bit. Yeah, it's a little bright on this thing here, but. Now, is this Penelope Ann Miller, or is this just really a good lookalike? Because even Carlito's like, is it her? Is it not her? But
yeah, it's a lookalike, but her dress reminds him of her because I think she wears one similar later. So that whole time, that one beautiful woman's talking to him, he couldn't even focus on her because he was just thinking about his former girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, it was here, and this is a famous street in New York City. They actually use the same street in Serpico as well. And the apartment that she just exited, which is her apartment in the film, was actually Pacino's apartment in Serpico. So there's another connection there as well.
Oh wow! It almost looks like a studio set, almost.
I think the rain might be in effect, but it's
Yeah.
definitely a real. It's on location. It's a
Oh,
real street in New York City. Yeah.
yeah. It looks so good. It's almost
Yeah.
looks like.
Michael Myers is here. Hey, Mr. Myers. Don't think I've made it through Righteous Killer was beyond boring. Yeah, that's a lot of people don't like it, but like I said, for me, I mean, it's watchable. It's like I said, if it wasn't for both of the leads in it, obviously it would be more forgettable. But uh, it's De Niro and Pacino. It's still something in there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And he also said I've watched Scarface maybe 50 times. I've only seen Carlito's Way once. Wow,
Yes, it's a
I've
good
definitely
one.
seen it more. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a good film. Forget now what rating I gave it actually in my review. Actually, to be fair, let me just cheat and take a look. Because obviously Scarface is a 10 out of a 10 film for me, but I'm actually curious what I gave this one.
I think you gave it like an 8 or something
Yeah,
like that.
must be like an 8 or something. Let me.
Yeah.
Where's my review for Carlito's Way?
Or like an 8.5, maybe.
There's Al Pacino season 2. There's my Carlito's Way review. Let's see. This is a great shot here, by the way, as well with the music and the zoom into Pacino's face, and
Mhm.
it's very well directed. Let's see. Oh, I gave it a 9. There you go. 9 stars out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would probably still say it's a 9 for me. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies that's hard to get that 10, 10 out of 10, whatever, and like perfect classic movie.
Mm, yeah. I mean,
But
there's a fair
it's
few I
definitely
give
got
a
that.
10, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely got that cult classic. I think it'll only get bigger late, in the years go that, in the future.
Ian says I've only seen this and Scarface once. I'm lagging on my Pacino viewing. Yes, there's still a lot to watch, my friend.
Yeah.
The man has done a lot.
Yeah, I'm needing to pick up Scarecrow from the 70s with
Mm,
Gene Hackman and him because I've never seen it or, never owned it or anything. So I need to,
mm.
I'm missing a few Pacinos.
Yeah, that's a highly recommended one as Scarecrow. One of my favorites. Actually got my Pacino films, all of them right here in a stack. Got
Oh,
them
cool.
handy, just in case I need to pull out one. But yeah, Scarecrow. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's address the elephant in the room as we are at a romantic scene here, or a scene where both leads are showing a lot of interest in each other. Pacino and Penelope Ann Miller, they actually did become a bit of an item on set. They actually did have I guess, an affair going on because both of them were seeing somebody else. But it definitely helps in their favor with the chemistry because they definitely have some good chemistry in this film. But yeah, that's because
Mhm.
they were actually involved with each other romantically at this point.
Yeah. That seems to happen sometimes in the history of Hollywood.
Hmm. Michael Myers, remember enjoying it, just never got around to rewatch. Can't stand Leguizamo, so the ending especially. I don't mind John Leguizamo, to be fair.
Yeah, he's pretty good in what he's good and he's really good in.
Ian doesn't mind either. Kind of like his eccentricity. Yeah, I do as well. Now we have Stacy here. Hey, Stacy. Do you like Benny
Yes,
Blanco from
yes.
the Bronx? Yeah, he's a good character, but obviously I don't like what he does to Pacino in the end. But yeah,
Yeah, he's another slime ball.
Scarecrow rings a bell. I think I have it somewhere. Yeah, it's a very good one. It's one of them 70s ones, so it doesn't really have the most happy ending, but it is a very good watch. Yeah, very good character piece. I'll say kind of not to spoil too much, but kind of Midnight Cowboy-esque. I think that's a good comparison, in a way.
Oh, okay.
Because it's about two drifters. Yeah. Carlito's Way and Scarface made roughly the same amount of money. I think Scarface made a bit more, to be fair. But this one, yeah, I mean, both of them made money, but they underperformed, obviously, for the studios. Have you ever seen a poster or advertisement come to life like he does?
Yeah, like that one scene where it's coming out of the bathroom, where it's the poster art. Yeah, I think that's what I think that's what Stacy's talking about there.
Okay. No, I think there definitely are a few posters that are actually like an image from the film, but just can't think.
Oh,
of it
wait.
right now. Yeah.
Well, then also the travel agency poster where the beach and stuff that it comes to life at the end.
Oh, yeah.
To where, but it's a spoiler in case anybody hadn't seen it. So
yeah.
But yeah, it does. Yeah. I don't know. It kind of ends kind of cool. It's a sad ending, but it also has hope.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever happened to Penelope Ann Miller? Because she was, again, also on a bit of a streak there in the early 90s. You know, Awakenings, Kindergarten Cop, this one.
She was in the Charlie Chaplin biography, too. She was in that. The prior year to this, she was in that.
Oh.
With Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I know the one. I haven't seen her in the last few years and anything recent, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to her. She, like I said, she was on fire in the 90s.
See the Relic. Is she in the Relic?
Yeah, that's a good one. The Relic.
Again, I have my phone. I can look these things up. Yeah.
Let me look. I'll look it up real quick.
So you know,
Relics from 97.
Oh, The Freshman. She was in that as well with Marlon Brando and what's his face, Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. Yeah, she was in The Relic from 1997. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I heard that this is was a real gangster. This guy, this upcoming scene, he was really involved with the crime.
I do love this guy. He comes across very authentic, especially in the way he talks and stuff. Yeah, he comes across as a wise guy, as a real mate guy.
Yeah. I don't know where they found him at, but he apparently was the real deal and stuff. And he didn't like the scene where he's in the water because it was freezing water. I heard some stories about that.
Yeah, he definitely screams authenticity. So yeah, kudos to them for finding him. Because I'll give you $1 million to make a simple payoff, and nothing happens. I just love his voice and the way he acts in this one. She was in The Artist too. Yeah, I did see that just looking at her filmography here. Known for The Artist in 2011. I've never seen that actually, but she's still active apparently. She still does things. Like she did the film called Reagan last year. Oh, she played Nancy Reagan. Okay, there you go.
Oh, okay.
A lot of TV stuff over the last few years, I'm seeing.
She was in Awakenings, another Robert De Niro.
Yeah, Awakenings, yeah, 1990, yeah. She's been in some good
Jeff,
stuff.
I was gonna say, Jeff, have you ever seen the what do you call it? The Shadow from '94. It's got Alec Baldwin. He's kind of like a superhero. It was based on like a radio program that came on.
Yeah, it rings a bell. I think I might have seen something. I don't know if I've seen the full film, but I've seen bits and pieces for sure. Yeah, that definitely sounds familiar.
Yeah, she was in that, and it's pretty cool.
Oh, there you go. Dennis Quaid played Ronald Reagan, and she played Nancy Reagan. There you go. That sounds interesting, though. None of my primary school teachers looked like Penelope Ann Miller. None of my kindergarten teachers did either. Yeah. What job would have been good for Carlito when he got out? Yeah, something less prone to crime, like a nightclub. So definitely something more legit. Although owning a nightclub is pretty legit, but still, it does attract a certain element, doesn't it? So yeah,
attracts a bunch of snakes.
Yeah.
He's
he knows he's in trouble. Yeah. He knows he's in trouble.
I didn't realize there was a floating prison barge.
Yeah, what did I say? Rikers Island? What's this called?
Yeah, Rikers Island's floating barge.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting high in his own supply, just like Tony Montana.
Yep.
Mr. Kleinfeld.
He does a good job as a crazy cokehead at this point.
Yeah, Penn is excellent in this. There's no denying that. De Palma must have liked Penn after doing. Yeah, he did do Casualties of War. I did point that out earlier. Yeah, and that's another great performance where he played a very, very despicable character in that one. Let's see, Brian De Palma. What has Mr. De Palma been up to?
Yeah, actually, that floating barge. I'm sorry. The floating barge was closed down in 2023.
Oh.
And they had just opened it when this movie was filming it. It could hold 800 people in it. So.
Oh, there you go. So anyway, De Palma. Yeah, apparently he did a film in 2019 called Domino. It has a 4.5 on IMDb. I've never seen it. Never even heard of it.
Well, I heard of another Domino, but it's that was a Tony Scott movie or something.
Yeah, that's a different one. I was thinking that one as well. Nobody in it of note that I recognize. That's his last film on IMDb so far, 2019. He directed a film called Passion in 2012. Redacted in 2007. Never seen that. The Black Dahlia in 2000. I do believe I've seen that. The Black Dahlia, which was it was so. It wasn't really.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, especially when you're familiar with the real life story of the Black Dahlia murders and Femme Fatale 2002. I've not seen that one. Yeah, Mission to Mars, of course. Snake Eyes, Mission Impossible, Carlito's Way. Wow, we did not do any film between this one and Mission Impossible. 3 years of doing no films. Wow.
Yeah.
He did do Raising Cain just before this one. The Bonfire of the Vanities, which, less said about that one, the better.
It was a big stinker.
Knew it. My audio was gone. There you go. Wise Guys. Yeah. Body Double, Scarface, Blowout, Dress to Kill, Furies, Carrie, Obsession, Sisters, Phantom Paradise.
Yeah, he's got a great resume of films, man. A lot of good hits and good ones.
Yeah, and up until the mid-90s, I will say, yeah, he's definitely had a good streak there. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see those last 3 movies he made because I haven't seen those.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Speaking of great actors, here's Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, he's great.
I'm in a fucking wheelchair, Carlito. Yeah. I got diapers. I got fucking diapers.
My legs don't work. My dick don't work.
Yeah. I see my pants every day. I can't walk. I can't hump.
Yeah, that's it. He can't hump that.
Like Louise Guzman in this, and Hardway and the Limey. I've not seen those two, to be fair, but yeah, Guzman, I've seen him in tons of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Limey's great. That's a great one. It kind of reminds you of Point Blank, the Lee Marvin movie from the 60s.
Lee Marvin, yeah.
It kind of reminds you of that one.
Oh, cool. Like most of De Palma's films, I think I've not seen all of them. Of course, yeah, I've not seen literally all of them, but I've seen all the big hitters at this point. That's for sure. Definitely seen that. Will he make 1 or 2 more great movies? Yeah, it's. I think it's a kind of a John Carpenter thing where he's kind of retired now at this point, or doesn't want to do anything else. But
yeah, I think he's 84, so he's getting up there. He's still younger than Clint, though, which is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and Clint is still working, so yeah.
Yeah, they're all the best ones, man. When they're gone, it's gonna be kind of sad.
Oh yeah.
The legends pass
on. The Black Dahlia doing bad stuff is. I think that definitely hurt him because he did do some more mainstream things before. But I think Mission to Mars already was a big flop, wasn't it? So yeah.
Yeah.
I think that definitely hurt his career as well. So. And imagine the pre-production and filming of Mission Impossible would have taken up quite a. Yeah, that's true. Taken quite a lot of time after this film's press campaign was on. Yeah, I guess that's fair enough.
Yeah. I guess the first Mission Impossible was a pretty big hit, though.
That was a big hit, yeah. Obviously, it spawned a franchise that's still going today, so yeah, it did something right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fucking Chiva, man. You're fucking rat. Put that gun away. Here's that scene. You got everything.
Yeah, that was good.
That's again, it's too bright. Turn the TV on. I got fucking diapers, man. I can't hump. It's a shame he only has one scene. I would have loved to have seen this character more.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a way, I do kind of like those characters where they're so good in just one scene that they do leave you sort of like craving for more, but that's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Stacy says Passion and Femme Fatale are interesting. Oh, I'll definitely have to check them out. Like I said, I have not seen any of his recent films, so.
Yeah, I have Femme Fatale, but I don't think I've been able to watch it yet. I need to put that in my stack to watch or something.
Yeah, Mission Impossible is definitely the most un-Brian de Palma film. Yeah. It does not feel like a typical De Palma film, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of a big Hollywood movie, big blockbuster type movie.
Yeah. The first Mission Impossible film is kind of unique. It feels quite different to the rest of the Mission Impossible films from Mission Impossible 3 onwards. Mission Impossible 2, also feels different with the John. Yeah, that was John Woo who did that one. The John Woo style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that franchise definitely has grown and evolved over the years. So obviously going into bigger action, bigger spectacle, bigger stunts and stuff. So
Yeah. I believe there's another one coming out this summer, right, with Tom Cruise or
I
something.
think so. Yeah, I think the allegedly the last one. I think, right? Or
Yeah, I think
second to last or
I heard
something.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Mission Impossible 2 was one of the first DVDs I got when those came out.
I think my first DVD was 2002 Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. That was my first DVD that we had in our household. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Because I remember I got a PS2, which had a DVD player on it, which was really cool at the time. So it's like, oh, I got to get some movies.
Yeah, that was our first DVD player as well. PS2.
Yeah. I think a lot of people's. Yeah.
Well, I got to remove the TV in a bit because we have some nudity coming up. I'm hearing the Bee Gees, so it must be happening soon.
Yeah, I think he finds her at a certain bar.
Yeah.
Undressing, I believe. Go.
Even though the Bee Gees is playing this, it's not a Saturday Night Fever kind of disco. This is a different establishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I gotta remove the TV. Although I do see that the TV is kind of bright, it doesn't really pick up the picture, but I'm still gonna remove it just to be sure.
Yeah, just in case, yeah.
Until it's safe.
Yeah, he kind of uses like a steady cam a lot in this movie. Like right now, where it's kind of twisting and moving. You know, he does that a lot throughout the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another typical De Palma touch to his films. Part of his style.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cruise is another I'm not fond of, so never. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Tom Cruise fan either. I mean, I like him in films like Rain Man and A Few Good Men, where he's supported by great actors like Nicholson and Hoffman and stuff. His solo films, I never really got into his solo films, you know.
Yeah, that Top Gun sequel was actually pretty decent. I actually liked him and forgot about his craziness and just.
Yeah, I've seen the first Top Gun and I really like it, but I still have not seen the sequel. I really must give that a watch. I don't know why, just
yeah, it was actually
got around to it.
Yeah, it was a surprise. It was a big surprise. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did.
Yeah. There we go. We're safe again. Jeff might be able to guess the person who starred in the first DVD I ever got. What's Steven Seagal? That wouldn't surprise me. Pacino's rocking the Bee Gees beard, so yeah. It's 70s. The film is taking place in the 70s anyway. Fat down. Close. Seagal. Yes, it was Seagal. There you go. Who would be better at darts, Pacino or De Niro? I can't really say that because I've not seen any of them do darts, so yeah, I can't really judge that.
I'll just say Pacino. You don't want to play pool with him though, because he'll.
Yeah, we've already seen that in this film.
Yeah, he'll kick your ass.
Yeah, watch out when he gets his hand on the stick there. All I remember is a bit on the train and the Esteves face planting a spike in an elevator shaft. Oh, that's for Mission Impossible. I'm guessing. That was. I'm guessing. If Sean Penn had said no to the Kleinfeld role, would you have liked Michael J. Fox to play Kleinfeld? I can't see Michael J. Fox playing that role. No.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
I think that's actually another one of them cases where it's
I don't know.
Perfect casting. I can't see anybody else, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think other than Casualties of War, I'm not sure if Michael J. Fox ever did a lot of darker edged movies, that I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too familiar with the majority of his films. Obviously, the Back to the Future ones, Casualties of War. But yeah, no, I think it's more of the lighter films that he's done, not really like heavy dramas and stuff. Again, not that I can think of.
Off the subject for a second, but my grandpa used to call me Michael J. Fox when I would come over. He'd be like, Michael J. Fox. I don't know why he did that, but he did it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bright Lights, Big City. Yeah, that was pretty dark.
Yeah.
I just can't remember him playing anything like he was bad, like a bad guy, bad character.
Yeah. Fox is way too nice. Bright Lights, Big City with Fox. Okay, yeah. Sasso.
Working up Sasso.
Rock the boat. What would you name your nightclub? Ooh, I'll have to think about that one. That's a good question. What would I name the nightclub? I'll have to think about that. I do love this guy coming over Pacino. It's like, there's a problem, Mr. Kleinfeld. He's in a bathroom fucking Steffi. So what's the problem? Good for him. Benny Blanco. You remember Benny Blanco from the Bronx? Oh, not that guy. No, fuck him.
Just wants to eat a steak in peace.
Yeah. Fuck him. Don't worry about Benny Blanco. Class of 1980. Oh, yes, Class of 1984. I did forget about that one. Oh, yeah, that's it. We got the nightclub named Tit for Tat, like in Stone Cold. Yeah, that's I love Stone Cold, man. That's a great one. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf, major existential drama, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I did forget about Teen Wolf, to be fair.
Yeah, he never did too much dark stuff. He was doing stuff like the Stuart Little movies and stuff like that. Voice.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Yeah. Pacino's badass in this. This is from Benny Blanco. Send it back. Oh, this is actually his downfall right here, this bit, because obviously it's Benny Blanco that comes back in the end to well, do what he does.
Yeah, yeah.
You ain't like me, motherfucker. You a punk. Chain snatching, jive ass, medical, and motherfuckers. Go snatch your purse.
Sean Penn with his revolver.
Yeah. This is where we see
Put that
Sean
fucking
Penn.
gun away.
Yeah, this is where Sean Penn just comes unhinged for the rest
Yeah.
of the movie, pretty much.
Yeah. This is it. The Frighteners. Actually not seen that one, to be fair.
I can't remember seeing that one either.
I love the lighting in this scene with the red, and then when it gets to Pacino's close-up, it's like half of his face is red, the other half is regular color, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Cool lighting.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's a stun double, but they're able to hide it very well.
Yeah, yeah, they did.
Don't move, man.
Yeah. He just wants to get his money and get out of there, but gosh, man, so many issues.
Carlito, he's flaky, man. Pachanga. Come on, throw him in the trunk of a car, Papi. Come on, be fun, be fun.
Yeah, this is a defining moment because if he would have got away, at the end. Well, I don't want to give spoilers, but
yeah.
But he's really trying to be on that path of righteousness. He wants to change, but he's made a mistake there.
Yeah, he either should have never antagonized Benny Blanco. He should have just been like, okay, just do what you do and don't bother me and stuff. Or he should have just had the guts to pull the trigger at this point. Or
I don't think he would have ever left him alone though, because he wants what he had. He wants all that, what he has. He wants to be him, the old him.
Yeah.
Bury it up your ass, guaranteed. Now give me the fucking gun.
Yeah, you can see it in his eyes. Sean Penn is really unhinged at this point.
Mm-hmm. They haven't shot that party scene at his house. I think there might be some nakedness going on in that too.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, gonna have to watch. I think that's coming up after this bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, here it is. Gotta pay attention now. There's definitely a few chicks in bikini here. That's okay. We can show that.
Lots of cocaine. Everybody's got their own cocaine. That's funny.
Wouldn't be a party without cocaine.
Yeah.
It's the 70s, so yeah. So far, I'm still seeing bikinis, so I'm guessing we're good.
I could have swore there was some. Maybe it's.
I think the chick in the pool is actually naked, but the water is covering it up. I think we're good so far.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Wolf of Wall Street. I think there's a scene like that.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of nudity in that one.
Yeah.
Don't think I could do a watch party that one as much as I would love to, because I would constantly have to remove the TV.
Yeah.
If Pacino didn't say hoo-ha but said yay-hoo, would that have been good? No, I think it works with hoo-ha because he is a former retired colonel from the army, and that's something that to say in the army is hoo-ha, so Pacino stole that, and yeah, it works. That's the reason it works.
Yeah.
Plus it just sounds cool when he does it. Hoo-ha!
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I love this bit. You fucking chicks give me a hand job in front of anybody. I got guests here, for Christ's sakes. Take it easy, Dave. You take it easy. You got any manners? You want to fuck like a normal. You'll be a fuck in the bedroom. He's got a point, though, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a party there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell Pacino just does not want to be involved with any of this stuff anymore. He just wishes he could get out as quick as possible.
Yeah, that's all he wants. He just wants to make a 75,000 and go to the Bahamas, but yeah. Past keeps catching up with him. He's going to swim up the island. He's going to drown. These outdoor shots look really great on the 4K, just like the interior with the lighting and stuff. Yeah, it's a good looking 4K overall.
Yeah, the green really pops on the yard there.
Yeah.
Color.
Yeah, it's a good transfer.
Yeah, it definitely looks better than my previous one. I had just a DVD of it forever, and it looks a lot better, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been through pretty much all the formats for this one, except for VHS. Yeah, I've had it on DVD when I first started out, had the Blu-ray, got another Blu-ray that Carlos sent me and a Steelbook, and then now I got the 4K of it.
Yeah, I believe it was on Laserdisc too, but I never got that.
Were Pacino, Penn, and Miller snubbed? I'm guessing for the Oscar. Well, anybody that knows me knows that I have a strong opinion of the Oscars, especially when it comes to Pacino. That guy should have 5 Oscars at this point. So yeah, for me, Pacino's always snubbed. So it goes without saying. For this one, yeah, I do feel like they should have at least got the nomination for this film, like Pacino and Penn. Penelope Ann Miller, yeah, she's good in the film, but I wouldn't say it's an Oscar-worthy performance, to be fair. It's a really good performance, don't get me wrong. But, if you look, Pacino, The Godfather, he was just nominated. Serpico, he was just nominated, he did not win. Dog the Afternoon, he didn't win. It's like, come on, just those 3 alone, he should have won.
Yeah, he won on the Untouchables. What it was.
We definitely have nudity coming up in this next scene here with Penelope Ann Miller. Penn and Miller were nominated for Golden Globes for this, yeah. But again, nothing for Al Pacino. They snubbed him again. Hoo-ah.
Yeah, this is kind of a memorable scene too, where he kind of enters the apartment the way he enters it.
Yeah. She's looking very pale there.
She needs some sun. She needs to go to the beach with them.
Yeah, she definitely needs a trip to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Have you seen Carlito's Way, Rise to Power, the prequel? I have heard of the prequel. I've seen it. I've come across it on DVD, but I just never picked it up because I was like, there's no way this is going to be any good. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the way I thought about it.
Yeah. So I've never seen it. No, I'm pretty sure it's pretty terrible. Actually, you know what? There was somebody in my live chat yesterday. I forget who it was, but somebody mentioned that they saw it and it was horrible. I think it actually was Yam Yam in the live chat often, but doesn't seem to be in the house tonight. Here we go. Some Joe Cocker playing. Yeah, this is the point where I'm going to have to remove the TV again. Oh, no, not make it bigger. Make it go away. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, definitely can show you guys that.
It's a booby alert.
It's a booby trap.
It's a booby trap, yeah.
Oh, these fucking clocks. Well, it's a very typical De Palma shot there. I think actually this shot is safe because you don't see this all from the waist up. But it's a good, 360 going around him every time. It's a good shot.
Yeah, a lot of steady cam, handheld. In the movie.
I think that's it so far for the nudity. I don't think there's any other bits.
No, I think that's it. Too.
I try to kind of, watch it last night to sort of pinpoint where those moments are, so I'm prepared for, obviously for taking the TV away at the right time. But I think that's about it now for nudity. We've had our share.
As long as she doesn't get up, it's all good.
Yeah. Looks like Pacino did some working out for this one. His shoulders are a bit bigger than usual in this film.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was not called Carlito's Way. What would you call it? I think the original title was After Hours. That's because it's based on a book. And the material is taken more from the book After Hours, but there's already a Martin Scorsese film called After Hours, so they did not want it to be confusing with that film. So that they went for a different book in that series, and that's called Carlito's Way.
Which is, I think, a better title for it.
Yeah. Come on, take any of us.
I'm surprised she did get nude in this movie though, because she was like a kind of up and coming. She, at that point in her career, I wonder,
Yeah, there's actually a few actresses who turned down this part because of the nude sequences. So yeah, I was reading up on it yesterday on the trivia and stuff. Let's see if I can find a bit of trivia again. Oh, here we go. The film is adapted from the novel After Hours by Edwin Torres. However, it took the title from Torres' first novel about the rise of the crime boss, Carlito Brigante, so that would not be confused with the Martin Scorsese New York club-based comedy drama After Hours in 1985. So that's why the film is called Carlito's Way. Pacino originally wanted to grow a ponytail to play Carlito. But when he visited East Harlem, he saw that none of the men wore their hair that way. It would have been interesting. I don't think Pacino has ever had a ponytail in any of his films. Would have been interesting look for him.
Yeah.
See, because oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a very pretty prominent actress. Yeah, Brian de Palma's first choice for the role of Gail was Irish actress Alison Doody, who played Elsa in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. She rejected the offer because of the topless dance sequence she had to perform in the film. So yeah, a few actresses turned down the role for the nudity. Yeah, location as Gail's apartment is the same building used to represent Frank Serpico's apartment in Serpico. Manada Lane in Greenwich Village. That's what it's called. It's often used in films, TV, and commercials because it's only one block long with a bend in it. Both ends of the street can easily be blocked off for filming. And those were some of the trivia bits I did want to.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Should they make a Bobby Deerfield sequel where he manages a race? I do like Bobby Deerfield, but no, I think, especially not now, it's way too late now to make a sequel. I do like Bobby Deerfield, though, with Pacino. It's not one
that's
that gets
one,
talked about
yeah, that's
often,
one I
but-
need to get.
Yeah, it's pretty under the radar, that one, but I do like it. Got the Twilight Time Blu-ray of it myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a pretty nice edition.
Yeah, it's actually got special features on it, which was shocking.
Yeah. Usually don't see that on those.
I think Al was having. I think this is. I think they were already born, his children, his twins, with Beverly D'Angelo. Because I remember, I think one of the stories about how he got into character for Scent of a Woman, or how he, chose to do that role in Scent of a Woman, was actually because he asked one of his kids.
Yeah, Beverly D'Angelo is pretty nice.
Yeah, I got this glitch with my. Hang on. For some reason, there's a glitch with my microphone. I don't know what it is, but.
Yeah, you're good now.
No, yeah. No. Pacino actually asked, one of his kids to do an impression of a blind man, and he was really impressed. He was like, "Oh, I can do this." Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think those children were already born at this point, so before this film. Let's actually see what Al has to say about Carlito's Way. I'm sure he mentions it here in his book, the autobiography.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice book.
Let's see. He's talking about Serpico here, so I should skip ahead. He's talking about Scarface here. Got some cool pictures in it too, like I don't know how well that's coming up, but there, included a picture of his Oscar win, Scent of a Woman there. Looking for Richard.
Yeah, like in the Wikipedia, it's saying they had children in 2001 though, twins
Ah,
or something like yeah.
must be a different kid then, because I'm sure he was mentioning about one of his daughters for Son of a Woman when he.
Hmm.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, it must have been this one. Julie Marie Pacino. My first child was born in October 1989. It must have been that daughter.
Hmm. Probably so.
I can't find the Carlito's Way paragraph right now. That's a good question.
Yeah, I think Meg Ryan possibly.
Yeah, I can see Mac Ryan. Yeah. Goldie Hawn, I don't know. I think she might have been a touch too old at this point, maybe, for Al.
Yeah, and she had done too many comedies too. So like, I don't know if I would have took her serious in Bro. And Lena Olin is kind of exotic, for that character.
Yeah, I do like Goldie and Bird on a Wire, which I think was around this time, if I'm not mistaken, 1991 or something. But yeah,
92 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Overall, I do like Penelope Ann Miller's performance in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's believable.
If you ever talk that shit in front of her again, I'm gonna kill you.
What's his problem? What's the matter with him? I feel like she needs to be believable as someone who would be with a criminal. Yeah, I think she is believable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good scene though between them both, where kind of, guess kind of have a fight here. A little bit of shouting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He saved my life, Gail.
So what was the release window for this film? Carlito's Way. Let's see. November 12th, 1993 in the United States. November 7th was New York City premiere. Opened November 12th nationwide in the US. December 22nd in Italy. January 7th in the UK, 1994. Same for Ireland. Let's see, when did we get it here? Oh, February 10th, 1994 for the Netherlands. There you go.
Yeah, back then it seemed like a movie would come out on VHS. It would take a while. Like it didn't instantly come out like nowadays. So I don't think I saw it till like 95.
Apparently Belgium had to wait until 2003, 10 years to get it on DVD.
Dang.
Not as bad as the United Arab Emirates. They had to wait until October 25th, 2021 for the Blu-ray.
Oh, wow. Dang.
It's weird with some countries. It takes a long time for them to get a film.
Right.
There's a fine line between a criminal and someone trying to do stuff to better themselves. Once people are out of that system, it's hard to support yourself once you were once. Power to support. Oh no, I got what you mean. Yeah. I mean, he is still a criminal, but he is definitely trying to better himself in this film. But it's just the old elements and the old contacts and stuff. And his past just catches up with him.
Yeah. He's got a good plan, a simple plan that should work, but it's not like overly complicated or dramatic or anything. It's just I'm gonna get my money and disappear.
Yeah. Disappear with Gail, yeah. But then, it's Kleinfeld and Benny Blanco from the Bronx and all that stuff that just holds him back and ultimately is his downfall, yeah.
Yeah, because he essentially just, came out of prison, like new again, like a whole new outlook on life, and he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Because he was in prison for 5 years. Is that 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years of a 30-year sentence. Yeah. But he only served 5. Yeah. There we go. This is another bit of the downfall.
Yeah, being involved in this.
Getting involved with this situation, yeah. Yeah, we do get the real wise guy coming in the water now. So again, Mike had some trivia about that earlier. He didn't like being in the water and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like it kind of I forgot what he kind of went at it with somebody because he hated how many times he would have to get in the water and it was freezing. Yeah. It was kind of scaring them because they were like, "Oh man, he's going to he'll hurt us or something,"
He's a friend of mine. Now, if I said instead he's a friend of ours, that would mean wrong movie. Sorry, that was Donnie Brasco.
He's a cockroach.
He's a cockroach.
That's Scarface.
Cockroach.
Put Pacino in Meet the Parents movies and put De Niro and Glengarry Glen Ross in Ocean's 13 and Simone. Yeah, as much as I love Pacino and as much as I love the Meet the Parents films, I can't see them together. That's definitely De Niro's thing, is the Meet the Parents films. Mm-hmm. And Pacino is definitely the right guy for the Glengarry Glen Ross movie. Ocean's 13, I still have to give that another watch. I've only seen it once, believe it or not. That is coming up soon for the review series. I got to watch it again. Simone, though, I've done my review on that last Friday. I like Simone, so I do not want to replace him in that one. So
yeah, I haven't seen Simone yet. But yeah, I couldn't imagine him in Meet the Parents because De Niro uses a lot of his facial expressions in that,
yeah, that's very, I would say that's pretty much De Niro's thing. It's yeah,
he does that De Niro face and delivery of stuff.
I'm watching you, fucker. I'm watching you. Yeah, he does that. Yeah.
You fuckers.
I have nipples, fucker. Can you milk me?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say that, Jeff. I was going to say, can you milk me? I got nipples.
There you go. Great minds think alike. I have nipples. Can you milk me? Yeah. I do like that one, to be fair. I like the Meet the Fuckers films.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, he does not look like he's comfortable in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is. Now you tell me how it feels. With the fucking eels and the crabs. It's a pretty good effect with the blood coming out of the top of his head.
Oh yeah, that's a good scene. Good effect.
Sean Penn is really going for it there in that scene.
Yeah, he's out of his mind.
Yeah, it's a good contrast because in Scarface it probably would have been Pacino that was like crazy and like, yeah, drown you fucking piece of shit and all that stuff. Now it's Sean Penn and Pacino's the calm one, so yeah, it's
Yeah. Oh Lord. It's like at that point he's just like, oh God.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if Carlito would have took out Dave in this scene and got rid of all of them, I wonder if he would have been able to get out, without.
You got the other guy, the other son of his. He does know about this plan, so he knows obviously what happened. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good point. Because the other son is definitely like, oh yeah, my dad was planning to to break out, and he knew about the plan with Kleinfeld and the boat and all that stuff. So I don't know. He definitely, I think he still would have been like, well, there's something went wrong there. Something.
Yeah, somebody would.
Fishy.
Yeah, somebody would have thought he was involved in it, either the cops or probably Benny Blanco or somebody could sell him out or something.
Tony T, you did take the $1 million, didn't you?
I love how he says, yeah, I
did. And it's like Dave wants to be, everybody wants to try to be like Carlito, if you think about it. He wants to be a bad guy. Benny wants to be Carlito,
Yeah, which even Sasso says, like, this guy is here 30 years ago or whatever he says, right? So, yeah.
It's like Sean Penn's trying to be bad, but he just screws up everything he does, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's even what he says here, like, Dave, you're a gangster now. And, it's a whole new ball game. You don't learn about it in school, and you're not, you can't have a late start in it. So it's. Speaking of cockroaches.
Yeah, no, that's a heck of a cockroach.
Fucking cockroach.
Cockroach.
Speaking in Spanish.
Hija de puta. Benny Blanco. Eres mi hermano. Yeah, he does warn about Pachanga, Louis Guzman, who does, people haven't seen it, it turns out that he is not what he seems, so,
Yeah, he started out good with them, and then it just kind of turned on him.
Yeah, I guess maybe Pachanga feels slighted. He doesn't get enough, money or whatever. He doesn't get enough, not enough, pieces of the pie, I guess, or,
Yeah, he's not involved with Carlito enough,
Yeah. I guess that might be a reason for the betrayal, but. There's another set piece coming up with Kleinfeld. I love how that whole scene is staged and shot as well. It's coming up here.
Oh yeah.
Again, De Palma. When it comes to the tension, he's the master of tension.
Mm-hmm.
And building suspense. Obviously, we all know he's a big Hitchcock fan, De Palma, so tries to put that in there in his films if he, whenever he can.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking yesterday when I watched, like, what's the Hitchcock element that he has in this one? Because obviously Scarface, you have the Psycho reference with the chainsaw scene in the shower, that's kind of Psycho-esque. What would be a sort of, he usually does take a scene from Hitchcock that he sort of kind of copies in a way, or, homages.
Yeah.
I couldn't really find an example of what that scene would be in this film, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I haven't seen every Hitchcock movie, but
Yeah,
I'm not sure what.
I've seen the big ones so far. Obviously you got Body Double, which is there's a big scene that referencing Vertigo. Vertigo plays a big element in that one. Rear Window as well.
Oh yeah, with the voyeurism.
Yeah. But this scene here, again, it's De Palma at his best here. Gonna give this a close up.
Oh, you whacked the wrong guy.
Mr. Taglalucci says to hold that for. That's kind of like a Godfather-esque thing. It's like in Godfather 2. Michael Corleone says hello, and then he strangles him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There we go, the Serpico apartment again.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. That little section of street. It's probably like what a lot of studios would copy that when they would make studio streets and stuff. That's why it almost looks like that. It's so perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, probably nowadays they would just recreate it on the studio, but yeah. I think nowadays they would definitely do that because obviously nowadays they opt more for CGI, even for green screen, instead of shooting on location, which it's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think it would be easier anyway. Probably cheaper to shoot on location.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Yeah. I would have thought that.
It's a fuzz.
Unless I'm under arrest, I ain't going nowhere, especially without my lawyer. Mr. Kleinfeld took a knife to the chest at 2 o'clock this afternoon, Mr. Brigante. Oh, in that case. There goes your lawyer. There's James Rebhorn again.
Yeah, he's always good in what he's in. It's kind of like an FBI guy or something. He would always play something like that.
He has that face, yeah. He's yeah. Let's see, because obviously I mentioned he was in Santa Woman with Pacino as well. Oh, sadly, he's passed away as well, 2014. Let's see, what else has he done? His career goes back all the way to 1970s. Wow, okay. So he was in The Yum Yum Girls, He Knows You're Alone. I've never heard these films. Oh, Cat's Eye. He's in Cat's Eye. Okay. Stephen King.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Deadly Business, Whatever It Takes. Oh, a TV movie of Kojak. House on Carroll Street, Horror Midnight. A lot of Kojak, actually, I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think he was.
Regarding Henry, with Harrison Ford, yeah. My Cousin Vinny, yes, he wasn't My Cousin Vinny. I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that one.
Oh, Basic Instinct, yeah, I forgot about that one either. Yeah, he's in that one too. Yeah, Send a Woman. Carlito's Way. Let's see what else stands out. Oh, Independence Day. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, he did a lot of good movies in '92. He did My Cousin Vinny, Basic Instinct, Son of a Woman, all in 1 year. It's like, wow.
Yeah. There we go. Meet the Parents. He's in that one. Pretty sure I've seen him in something even more recent than that, though. Oh, Real Steel. Okay, I might know him from that one as well.
Yeah, quite a few things.
Yeah, it's a good career. And 2 collaborations back to back with Pacino, so yeah.
Yeah, he probably wanted him to for the role. He probably
Yeah, they must have been friends. Yeah. Is that it? Reminds me of the bit in Scarface who says, "You're finished? Can I go now?"
Yeah. Dang. He's got all the stuff stacking up on him now.
Yeah, we're getting close to the finale now. There's not much movie left.
It's not much longer.
We're almost there. And we got the epic big, train chase. Chase sequence. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about 30 minutes left.
Yeah. Yeah, just about. Let's see. Where am I at? Yeah, my Blu-ray or my 4K is 1:50 and running time is 220. What did it say? 224. So yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah, just about 30 minutes.
It's like their dreams are being crushed right now. She's looking at the child like, I would love it, Well, no, wait a minute. Did she say she was pregnant?
Yeah. Yeah. That's always a big unexpected jump scare when she's just there in thought. You hear the very soft music, and then Pacino just comes knocking on that cab like a madman. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. She totally lost in thought,
Yeah. Oh, fuck the club. I already got 70 grand in the safe there. Yeah, all 3 of us. Yeah, you definitely know she's pregnant at this point. I'm glad Pacino generally did more serious films and didn't sell out as much as De Niro did in later life. Yeah. He did do Geely and Jack and Jill, but I can forgive him for those, I guess.
Yeah. Probably some money movies. Get some.
Yeah, he talks about that in his autobiography. Jack and Jill was one of them. Jack and Jill was a film he did just for the money. Yeah. Because he was broke at that time. Yeah.
I would hope so, but
Yeah. I think Geely was just because it was directed by Martin Brest, who did Scent of Woman. So
oh yeah,
it was like, okay, well, you got me an Oscar, so I'm going to appear in this terrible film for you. I did finish my review for Geely, by the way. It's more of a rant, so it's going to drop. I think it's next week, not this upcoming Friday, but the next week after that.
okay.
It's going to be a rant in the review. So my first and hopefully only rant, although we still have Jack and Jill coming up, so
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since cinema, so yeah. Because yeah, sadly I watched that Turkey in cinema.
Yeah.
I'm actually only 2 movies away from completing my Pacino collection.
Oh yeah.
I'm missing 2, yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
I've got them on order, so hopefully pretty soon they'll arrive and I have the complete collection.
Yeah.
Not including the stuff that is still yet to be released, of course, but yeah. Because I think he's got like 5 or 6 movies coming out in the next few years.
Well,
got a few films in post-production.
I was going to say next week, a lot of Clint Eastwood steelbooks are coming out 4Ks.
Yeah, Dirty Harry is and Pale Rider, and what's the other one? Josie Wells. Yeah.
Josie Wells.
Yeah, Pacino's got 8 movies in. Let's see, post-production. Okay, 1 in pre-production. He's got a film called Captivated. That's in pre-production as well. He's got a film about King Lear in post-production. Killing Castro. That's in post-production. Easy's Waltz. That's in post-production. Billy Knight post-production. He's completed a few films that are still yet to be released. And apparently in June we're going to get the film The Ritual, which is a horror film, like an Exorcist kind of film. With Pacino. That's releasing June 6th in the US. Nothing is known about it releasing here in the Netherlands, so I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to get a release here.
Yeah. That sounds interesting. I don't think he's been in any like horror movies, has he?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but the only one I can kind of maybe make the case for is Devil's Advocate, that has maybe a little bit of horror elements, but yeah.
Yeah. But he was pretty believable, though. He did. That was a good role for him.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think they actually dropped the trailer for that Exorcist film. I have to do a trailer reaction to it because I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
Vertigo addresses fears of heights. Body Double addresses fears of claustrophobia in tight spaces. Yeah, no, but there is a big Vertigo homage in Body Double. The scene where he's following the woman is pretty much like was Jimmy Stewart following Kim Novak. Yeah, he is a Meet the Parents. We did point that out. So we're going through his filmography. Yeah, James Rebhorn. And this actor who plays the gangster here, who's now dressed up as the cop, I'm sure I've seen him in other stuff as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's see. There we go. For my father and my brother. No more bullets.
Yeah.
Penn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adios, counselor.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a really cool move. So he kind of got his revenge in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where Pachanga's already, I think, playing against him.
Yeah, especially in the what is it, the train station or
Yeah. There goes some Patti LaBelle in the background there. Let's see. Who's that guy? Oh, that's what's the other guy? Vinny Tacolucci. Oh, he's also passed away since 2021. Damn.
Yeah, he's been in a few mob movies.
Yeah, for sure. It's got to be those films I know him from. Soprano. Yes, he was. He was in The Sopranos. That's where I know him from. In the flashbacks, he plays Tony Soprano's father. Yeah, in the flashbacks. Because that face is so recognizable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely The Sopranos that I know him from. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I've seen that face. Yeah, both took comedy paychecks, such as Jack and Jill. They need money. Yeah, well, yeah, De Niro definitely he takes more than paychecks than Al does, but yeah.
Yeah, Robert De Niro has done some stinkers here and there lately. But.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done a lot of the paycheck films for sure.
Mm.
Let's see if they're gonna pan to him here. Yeah, this actor here who plays Pete Almodasso. Forgot the actor's name, but he was in Serpico with Pacino as well. So that goes back 20 years before this film. Serpico was 73. Yeah. So there's another Serpico connection as well.
See, I wonder if Al Pacino wanted him for that role. Thought of him and pushed.
Yeah, Serpico is also produced by Marty Bregman, who did also produce this one. Bregman produced Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, Scarface, Sea of Love, and this one with Pacino. So it could be maybe a Bregman connection as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Sasso took the money.
Sasso. You're going to end up in the trunk, Sasso.
Oh, what's that smell? That's Sasso, man. That's Sasso. Used to be raw. Yeah, I do love this bit where Pacino comes up to him and it's like, where's my fucking money?
Yeah.
Stacy saying, I highly enjoyed That's My Boy, and Jack, That's My Boy? I've never heard that one, actually. That's My Boy. But you must be the only one that enjoys Jack and Jill, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
That's My Boy. I'm going to Google that one.
Yeah, That's My Boy. I think that's another...
That's also Adam Sandler. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That explains because I'm not the biggest Adam Sandler fan. I think Happy Gilmore is the one I like, and also Anger Management, but that's mostly because of Jack Nicholson. I think that's about it for Adam Sandler for me.
Well, I think Billy Madison is his all-time good one, I think.
Yeah, I do like that one. There we go. Where's my money? I cut your fucking liver out. It's in the box under the register. I was going to tell you. Yeah. So.
See, they think that he put the hit out on his dad and brother.
Yeah, he gives himself away here with, saying that he hasn't seen Kleinfeld in a few days. Haven't seen him lately. Yeah, you should have just said like yeah, he's in the hospital or something. Yeah, still would have had plausible deniability, I guess. Let's see what Stacy. Do you think if The Humbling would have gotten a wider release, would have been in better regard? I can't comment too much on The Humbling. I've only seen it once. I do own the Blu-ray. It's coming up in the next season of Pacino reviews. I don't remember anything about it, so I can comment on that once I see it again. I'll have to give that one another watch. But that's coming up in season 4. Do like how he has an escape plan here with the little hatch there, the escape hatch.
Yeah.
On the bar there.
Yeah, I like how De Palma does that zoom in, you know, building the tension, zooming back and forth.
You know. Yeah. He's got a few seconds of a head start now, but they still spot him going to the train station or the train platform. There he is.
Look how the big guy's running.
Yeah.
And he gets out of breath at one point, I think.
Yeah, there's actually a story about the big guy. A very long time ago, before I had this current channel, 101 Bronson, I also had a little bit of a YouTube channel before that, where I just went under my regular name and stuff. I was uninventive at that point. I was, 12, 13, whatever, 14. But actually, I did a Pacino collection on that old channel as well. And somebody commented like, yeah, the big guy that's chasing Pacino, that was my uncle. So I actually know the guy. A relative of this big guy. So yeah.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did ask him like, well, what did your uncle think about working with Pacino? He's like, yeah, Pacino was the nicest guy and stuff, and he had a great time working with him. It was a great experience. And I actually was looking up that big guy. He actually passed away as well recently, not all that long ago.
Huh. Is those videos still available on YouTube?
No, those have been long deleted because yeah, my English definitely wasn't as good as it is now, so it's awkward going back to those. It's yeah.
Yeah.
No, those videos have been long deleted ever since I started this channel up. So yeah.
It's the Lost Bronson episodes.
The Lost Vault, yeah. The Lost Vault of episodes.
Yeah.
I like the Palma style with the camera. He now and then throws in some interesting choices that feels very, yeah. When it comes to style and visual touches, man, De Palma is fantastic. He's a genius. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
really
train chase here, this is one of the best chase sequences in any film. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Grand Central Station. What is the best non-Scarface Pacino scene ever, or a couple of your favorite non-Scarface Pacino scenes? Not my favorite, but I like his parts with the dancers and Dick Tracy. That would be one of the. I love that bit in Dick.
Yeah. I don't know. Best non-Scarface Pacino ever seen.
Yeah, that would be one of my favorite parts with the dancers. I do like that bit in Dick Tracy. Yeah, I can obviously think of a few because I've got pretty much damn near all his films. What would be some of yours, Mike?
Let's see, was it non-Scarface Pacino? Or favorite? I mean, Sin of a Woman. I think he did really good. Insomnia.
Mm,
kind of gets forgot about a little bit. I think
yeah.
that's a kind of interesting role. I mean, I don't know. It's like he's done so many excellent choices. I don't know. I tend to go to Scent of a Woman, like as one of his non like crime
Oh yeah.
movies or non something. It's just yeah. So probably that one.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So for me, yeah, obviously I can name so many scenes. Also for from Son of a Woman, I would say there. I love the ending scene with the big speech. You know, if I were the
Oh yeah,
man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place and all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, the Dick Tracy has a lot of great scenes, where especially that scene that Stacy mentions, where he's teaching the Madonna to dance and with the other dancers, and he's doing the
Oh
dancing
yeah.
himself and stuff. There's a lot of great moments in Dick Tracy.
And
Um,
what's the one? Where's the devil? I can't think of that movie all of a
yeah,
sudden.
Devil's Advocate. Yeah, there's a lot of scenes I can pick from that film. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Taste, but don't swallow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those would be just some of a few. Have you two gone golfing? I've never done golfing myself. I don't think it's my kind of jam.
I've golfed a few times. It's been at
Hmm.
least 20 years or more, but
Okay. Yeah, this whole sequence from now until the end of the movie just doesn't let up. Yeah, this is in terms of tension and editing. Yeah, this is top-notch stuff right there. It's a great finale.
yeah.
Overall, as Knox goes away good. How many scenes with Keaton and Pacino? There's a few. Pacino isn't in it as much. He's in it enough. But I mean, I would say Knox is good as or Knox goes away. It's a good film. I'm not gonna say too much because obviously I still have to do a review on it. I don't want to spoil the reviews by giving too many opinions on them. But I mean, I like the film. I definitely have to give it a few rewatches before the review. But
Yeah.
give De Palma 60 million, have him make another gangster movie. I don't know. Could he
Yeah.
do that these days on 60 million? I think it would have to be double these days.
See, he's such a film guy. He wants to make film, and nowadays you can probably only get away with doing some kind of Netflix deal, you know, and do some kind of series or something. So maybe he doesn't want to do that. You know, that's what he gets offered probably. Or something.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like you said, I think he's 84, so yeah, maybe he's just like, well, I'm good, I don't really need to. I have nothing left to prove or something. I guess
Yeah,
could,
at
could
that
be
point.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless he's
This is all one tracking shot right here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love how this is done. This is one single take. I mean, this is Oh. Down doggy. Oh yeah, Glengarry Glen Ross. Yes, absolutely, I agree with that one.
He gets to yell and cuss and shout at Kevin Spacey so many times in that film. He calls him a cunt. You stupid fucking cunt. He always does the T like, you fucking cunt.
In that film, I love Glengarry Glen Ross. Alec Baldwin, great film, great performance in that one. Could you please do some of your videos in your language, and maybe we can help with subtitle? Nah, I don't. I'm sticking with English. Don't think
Yeah,
you're
sorry
good for
about
me.
that. There was
Oh, no
Amazon
worries.
beating on the door.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Regarding Scarface, I was gonna watch more of the watch along, but got very busy yesterday. Decided that I love Scarface so much. Usually watch it for a month long. Month marathon? No, wait, month long. Watch it every day. Okay. No, I think I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I could watch Scarface every day.
Yeah, there was a time in my life where I watched it. Yeah, where I did pretty much watch it every day. Yeah, or every week at least. Yeah.
It's a good way to learn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember going to school and the kids were like, do the scene where Tony shoots Frank, do that scene, do that. I could do every scene, and the kids in school were testing me. So yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's how many times I watched it.
Yeah, like that scene here where he's going down the escalator.
Oh yeah, this is and it's all going well until the big guy spots him. He's here. This is a great scene.
Yeah, plan's going to hell now.
Yeah,
it's falling apart.
This is a great shootout there.
Mm-hmm.
You're wasting ammo, dude. And he's dead. Yeah, they do this so well because you got the triumphant music playing. You think, oh, yeah, he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. But then, obviously, they pull the rock right out from under you at the end.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just.
Yeah, you can always see Benny Blanco actually. If you watch this on a repeat viewing, you know the guy with the fedora and the jacket there, the raincoat. You know that's Benny Blanco, but.
Oh wow! Yeah, I didn't catch that a couple times.
But he's already there, yeah. Yeah, triumphant music, and then, hey, remember me? Benny Blanco from the Bronx? Yeah, it's very well done. It's
yeah. Maybe if he would have saved a couple of bullets on the escalator, he maybe could have got him.
Yeah, and then Pachanga betrays him, and then he just like, no, you stay here, and then boom, he shoots Pachanga as well. So Benny Blanco is the only one that makes it out. Although does he? Because he has to run past the cops, because the cops were there shooting the other guy.
Yeah, I think he gets away. It's like, take this cash.
Yeah, take it and get out. Yeah. Feel the start. The whole thing just now will occur this year. Seen the movie so many. Oh, this is still in regard to Scarface. Yeah. Yeah, I've lost count how many times I've seen it. So yeah. I hope they make a Scarface musical or opera adaptation. Do that well. Nah, I'm not a musical fan, so no. I hope that will never happen.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey Chung movie, great sequence. Love the scenes, how the music matches. Bolivia arrival. It has a good soundtrack, that's for sure. We did point that out yesterday. I think after the 20th time I saw Scarface start to replace the other movies. Still off Married to the Mob, Once from Time to West, and many more, but some Scarface parts are so far better than any movie made. Yeah, it's my favorite of all time, so I definitely agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He should have told her to go ahead on an earlier train. He will meet her later, keep a low profile. Yeah, that probably would have been a better plan. But...
Yeah.
But he was this close, and then that fucking Benny Blanco, man.
Yeah.
He literally had his foot in the door,
Yeah. Yeah, if it would have happened earlier, we probably wouldn't have got that great, shootout and everything, because he would have,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this scene makes it look like he's almost floating away. You know.
Yeah.
Last of the Mohicans.
Stretching out at Fernandez.
Always knew I'd make a stop there. Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah. See, that's the stuff I love about it. It's just so cool. I don't know.
Yeah, with the voiceover and stuff, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it almost adds like a bit of a noir touch to it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times a film noir will have like a bad woman, you know, like a woman's out to betray
femme
the
fatale.
hero. Yeah,
Yeah.
fatale and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool though, you know.
Last
Because
call for drinks.
we probably know here that he's passing away, so he's imagining that one last. You know.
Yeah, I love the close-up, the extreme close-up of his eyes, and they slowly close. Yeah. And that's the end, yeah. I think she's actually dancing naked there, but it's in silhouette, so we can get away with that. Same thing as the Bond films with the title sequences.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the film. Let's see. Al Pacino, Sean Penn, Penelope Ann Miller, John Leguizamo, I guess, Ingrid Rogers, Louis Guzman. There is Ronaldo Al Israel. He was the Scarface chainsaw guy.
The judge there was Paul Mazurki or whatever. He was a director.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Vinny Pastore was one of the wise guys. He was Big Pussy from The Sopranos.
Yeah. Oh, Bo Dietl.
Bo Dietl, yeah, that's a name I know. I was going to say, yeah. Wolf of Wall Street. He's in that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And The Irishman.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of movies. I think he originally was like a bodyguard to somebody.
Yeah, like a bodyguard or like a police officer or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like Michael Jackson's somebody high profile like that back in the day. Yeah, great movie. I like how it closes also.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very well done, well crafted story. Yeah, pretty much like I said in my review, like from directing to acting and the writing, and the style of it, everything is just done so well. I mean, again, I give it 9 out of 10. It's I'm still sticking with that rating.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great film.
Yeah, I think that's what I would give it. Probably 9 too. Yeah.
All right. It's time for me to smoke.
Yeah, I think it's pretty underrated sometimes. People don't think about it.
Yeah, it doesn't get mentioned enough among the other gangster films. Obviously, everybody mentions The Godfather, Scarface, Goodfellas, Casino. But yeah, this one, it takes a while before people get to this one when they mention gangster films. So yeah, definitely underrated. Okay, I'll move to TV. Wrap up the chat and then wrap up the stream. Wasn't in the chat, but regarding Tony Montana, should he have stayed at the job he got from the beginning? Would that have been a good move? Maybe him keeping job. Well, for the character, it probably would have been better, but obviously for the movie to happen, it's that's the reason why he left that job. Obviously, let's see. There we go. De Palma's push-in shots are legendary. Scorsese and Spielberg may be more consistent, but De Palma's a better filmmaking technician.
Mhm.
And that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Yeah, he's good at what he does.
De Palma is the Hitchcock in terms of film art craft. Yeah, he definitely likes to compare himself to Hitchcock, as everybody knows.
Well, before Tarantino, De Palma was the one they always would say, like, "Oh, you took that from Hitchcock. Oh, you took that."
Yeah.
And then Tarantino came along, and they were like, "Now he's the one that, oh, you took this from that, or you took that." You know.
Yeah. And ironically, De Palma's Tarantino's favorite director, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Which you know,
I love both of them. Yeah, I don't really care about the whole homaging or ripping off or whatever people want to call it. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's as long as it's done, you know, lovingly, I guess you could say. You know,
yeah,
not straight up. You know.
Oh, I don't think they would. There's different personalities with Carlito and Tony Montana. Like I said, they're two very different characters, so I'm not too sure about if they would get on, to be fair.
Yeah. Scarface is more of a Benny Blanco in a way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Better.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like a hot shot, up and coming. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he's got goals and stuff.
I think you just don't trust anyone. You're trying to make an escape. Yeah. It would have been an instant kill, but yeah. Had he lived, would you have liked the Carlito sequel where he goes and does a new life somewhere else? There could have been a story to tell, I guess, if he did live.
Probably wouldn't be as good though.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of a doomed character, you know, from the start and everything. But I couldn't see him, you know.
Yeah, you know, that's fair enough. I feel like a shot of Pacino's face in close-up as he contemplates his fate is very similar to the close-up of De Niro as Noodles at the end of Once Upon a Time in America. Yeah, that's a very good comparison, actually. Yeah, that's another very slow gangster film, very, you know, somber more and stuff, reflective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Regarding advertisements coming to life, sometimes I look at various spots or adventure-style adverts. They seem to come to life as still pictures, such as that travel ad for DC's. Sopranos made so many. Yeah, Sopranos made so many of these '90s movie character actor type stars and well paid. I wish Mike Starr from Dumb and Dumber would have made the jump. I do like Mike Starr, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was in Goodfellas. Yeah, there you go. And he was also in On Deadly Ground with Steven Seagal. Yeah, he's been around in a few films. Ian says I need to watch Scarface again, but I think I prefer this to Scarface in a way. A lot of people do seem to lean that way. Yeah. But again, it's always going to be Scarface for me. So yeah.
Yeah. It's just two really great Pacino performances, you know, when you come down to it. So
yeah. Yeah, Carlitos is definitely less bombastic and macho, that's for sure. But those are also the elements that really make Scarface what it is. It's like I said, it's two different beasts. I don't really compare the two, to be fair, too much.
Yeah, totally different people.
And Stacy gives Carlitos Way 10 out of 10 for all this movie for the most part. So many perfect De Palma movies. He's the best around. No one's ever going to get him down. He's the best around. Nothing's going to ever get him down. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Tarantino should have his new wife, his family fund to De Palma movies. I would forever thank him. Well, if Tarantino brings back actors, I think he can bring back a director. So who knows? Yeah, good. Yeah, Tony and Penny Blanco. Yeah, that's the end of the comments. So yeah, for now that there are people here, and I did mention earlier, I almost have a complete Pacino collection. I did actually took them all out earlier, laid them out. It's like a big, you know, tapestry of Pacino films, and I've made a little short. I will upload this as well on my channel if I have the other two films to complete it. But This is what a almost complete Pacino collection looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like when you lay them all out, just like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
And
I'm missing at least 10.
This is what it looks like when they're all stacked together on a pile. Let's see, can I? Oop. This is the big pile of Pacino films right there.
Yeah, that's cool. Lifetime of work.
Yeah, definitely. And the only two I'm missing at this point is God, I wrote them down. I freaking ordered them. Oh yeah, Access Sally, the trial of a Nazi spy or something, and Paterno, one of his HBO films. So there's a few I've added this month, but they will be coming up in my upcoming collection update for this month. So there's a few I've added this month, like Phil Spector and Wild Salome. It's a very rare UK edition, actually. But yeah, with all that having been said, there's a few more comments, and then we're going to wrap up. So, John Leguizamo, is he underrated? What should he have starred in? He has not. I would say he's a very good actor, and I've liked him in pretty much everything that I've seen him in. Which, yeah, we did bring that up earlier, but yeah, he's. I think he's good. I would say he's underrated. Yeah.
Yeah. He was kind of rising for a minute there, and then he kind of slowed down again. Started seeing him a lot more, and then all of a sudden.
Cheers, Ian. The Pacino series has been up. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Glad somebody's watching.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hoo-ahs. Make NES 8 or 16-bit style Scarface game with that song. Yeah, that's the only thing I could have played that would have avoided copyright. So if I do a YouTube short on it, it would be a copyright song, because you can do that in shorts. But Pacino pile, a sacred cow of acting. Mount Rushmore. Yeah, it's a big lifetime. Yeah, it's a big body of work for sure.
For sure.
I go Pacino, De Niro, Paul Newman. Oh, for the Mount Rushmore, I would say Pacino, Nicholson.
Oh yeah, De Niro,
Hackman, De Niro. Yeah, that's already there's 4 on Mount Rushmore. Let's add a 5th one, Dustin Hoffman. There you go.
Yeah,
bonus one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was Carlito's Way. So thank you all for joining us in this watch party, and thank you, Mike, for joining me again. Pretty short notice, because I did message Mike yesterday about joining. But yeah, Mike has been a good sport and was able to join. So yeah, it's been great. So yeah, you got a live stream with Mr. Dan Horror coming up on Tuesday, I believe you said, right?
Yeah, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
there you go. So it'll probably be for us Europeans that are here, probably midnight somewhere.
About 6 hours.
Yeah, about 6 hours ahead. For me, I've got actually nothing coming up until this upcoming Friday, which is going to be the next episode of my Pacino review series. And next episode is People I Know from 2002, which ironically, not a lot of people know that film. So it's another obscure one. And next week after that, I think I got The Recruit and then Geely coming up. So Geely is coming soon. So stay tuned for my rant/review of Geely. With all that having been said, yeah, thank you, Ian. Thank you, Stacy. Mr. Dan Horror, who was here earlier, and everybody else who was here in the live chat. Thank you. And we'll be saying good night or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Take care and keep punching, as I always say. And we'll see
There
you
you guys.
next Friday for Pacino. Some more Pacino, I should say. So say goodnight to the bad guy.
Good night, bad guy. Oh, that was kind of Sean Connery.
Yash.
Sean
Little
Connery.
Yash. Yash.
Gosh.